I'm Sune Toft. I work at the Cosmic Dawn Center in Copenhagen, where we are basically trying to find and understand how the first galaxies in the universe formed. I would say the favorite thing about research for me in general and astronomy in particular is that every time we point our telescope at the sky and perform an observation, we are very likely to see something that nobody has seen before. You know, especially when we get a new camera or a new telescope, it's just staring into the unknown. And you sit there and you look at your data, you have reduced it, and you realize that this is, I'm the first one to see this, right? It's up to me to come up with an explanation for what we are seeing. That just continues to be thrilling. And when you find something you don't understand and you work on it, and all of a sudden you feel like, I know what this is. You know, I have a good idea. You know, and you try to formulate it. That's just really exciting. My main research interest is in the most massive galaxies in the universe. These are in many ways extreme systems. When we observe them in the local universe today, they are giant elliptical galaxies where the stars are more than 10 billion years old and have completely random orbits. And it's always been fascinating to me how they ended up in this stage and why they don't look like our Milky Way, where stars are continuously forming. So in my career I've been chasing these elliptical galaxies further and further back in time to try to understand what happened to these galaxies. I'm basically interested in taking this search even further, because we have now found dead galaxies all the way back to when the universe was just a couple of billion years old. So this is where I hope Buffalo can help us by doing deep imaging of a large, relatively large field of view. In the infrared, this is exactly what we need to find these rare, early, massive galaxies and catch them right at the moment when they are forming and dying. My favorite instrument has yet to take its first data. That is the James Webb Space Telescope, which unfortunately is a little delayed, but it's going to be so awesome when it finally flies. I am extremely excited about this instrument because of its ability to look all the way out to the far end of the universe, all the way back in time when the very first galaxies formed and the first stars turned on. And I just can't wait to see how that happened. I'm very much depending on the telescope to work, because we just started a new research center in Copenhagen, which is dedicated to looking into these questions of how the first galaxies formed. And for that we need Webb to work. So we are waiting in anticipation for the telescope to launch and hopefully work as expected.